sacrum and coccyx. Deep to this muscle is the largest nerve of the body, the sciatic nerve.
When you irritate that one, what's going to happen? Some of you are going to have them, visit you in a while, pretty soon. Again, if you've been sitting down for more than 5 hours, you're going to end up inflamming it. So the point is, you're not going to be able to stand up, sit down, lie down. It's a constant pain. All right?
Also see deeper muscles of the hip, such as the piriformis, the gemellus, and the obturator internus. The gluteus medius originates on the ilium and inserts on the greater trochanter of the femur. It is a...
So gluteus medius, why is that important? A good site for injections. All right? So this is where your pockets are at, in the back pockets of your pants. See that? So you just need to bring it down. You see I'm already exposing it without having to expose the entire buttocks. See that? So if you're asked to expose your butt, that's for something else.
Favorite site for injections. Next we will consider the muscles
The
of
reason
the
for that
posterior
is because
thigh.
there's less blood vessels there, less capillaries. So it's a good site for an injection. You gotta know these.
These muscles are known collectively as the hamstrings because a ham can be hung by the tendons of these muscles.
What? Did you hear that? Yeah. I wonder who did that. Yeah, during an autopsy, we know that people experiment. I think that's what they did. But that's true. You gotta know these three, all right? The hamstrings.
They have a common origin on the ischial tuberosity and are referred to individually as the biceps femoris, the semitendinosus, and the semimembranosus.
When you buy hams, that's basically also what you're getting.
Because of their site of origin, they can extend the hip.
So we're going to see right now the tendon. We're going to follow that. Those three.
The sciatic nerve lies in a deep space between the bellies of these muscles. The short head of the biceps femoris does not originate on the ischial tuberosity with the hamstring muscles, but originates on the femur.
So that's the bicep femoris. Okay? Look where the tendon is going. To what side of the body? Lateral. So as you're sitting down, flex your knee, you can feel the tendon on the outside, lateral side, and then on the inside, semitendinosus. All right? You got to know those two tendons. It's going to be emphasized on the video. The tendon on the lateral is bicep femoris. The tendon that you feel behind the knee as you're flexing it, that is semitendinosus. That's the tendon that you can feel.
Joins the long head of the biceps to form a common insertion on the head of the fibula.
On the lateral side, don't forget.
Because of its insertion point, the biceps is a flexor of the knee. The semitendinosus, so named because of its very obvious
tendon, semitendinosus. Remember, that's 2 out of the 3 hamstrings. Semimembranosus is the third. So the tendon on the medial side, behind the knee, is that one. Did you get it? Yeah. Moving on then.
This tendon inserts onto the tibia. And also flexes the knee. The semimembranosus, with a flat membranous tendon, inserts onto the medial condyle.
And that's semimembranosus. That's the third.
Of the femur and tibia. In a living person, with the knee slightly flexed. The biceps femoris can be easily seen on the lateral side of the posterior knee. The semitendinosus is less distinct, but can be seen and felt on the medial side of the knee. We will next consider the muscles of the posterior leg, the superficial muscles of which are called the calf muscles.
So that's the common name.
The gastrocnemius,
That's the name.
so named because of its prominent belly, has two heads, which originate on the medial and lateral femoral condyles. Nerves and vessels enter the posterior leg between these heads. Deep to the gastrocnemius is the soleus, so named because it resembles a flatfish.
Gotta know that. Soleus, that is named from a fish. That's a deep muscle that you gotta know. So remember on page 196, 197, my lab manual is 98 and 99, but anyways. So the lab manual you got, don't forget, if you look at the right side, that is superficial muscles, for sure focus on that. The left side is deeper muscles. There's only a few that I'm asking for within the vision. This is one of them.
The soleus can be reflected to reveal deeper muscles of the posterior leg. Next, we will turn our attention to the muscles of the anterior abdominal wall.
So all these muscles, you could definitely increase, in this case, increase the mass of them with your bodybuilding, right? So that's why that is essential.
In the midline, there is no muscle, but only a connective tissue line called the linea alba. The thick anterior layer of connective tissue, called the anterior rectus sheath, can be reflected to reveal the rectus abdominis muscle,
So that sheath usually has fat.
whose fibers run straight down
See
the
that
abdomen
dummy in the back?
and account for its
There's
name.
a yellow sheath right here. See that? Which is very important.
The muscle is interrupted in 3 or 4 places by connective tissue bands called tendinous inscriptions. These bands help anchor the rectus abdominis to the surrounding connective tissue. The rectus abdominis has its origin on the pubic crest and symphysis. In the living person who has built up the rectus abdominis muscle, the linea alba can be seen as a vertical groove, and the tendinous inscriptions can be seen as horizontal grooves. The lateral abdominal muscles consist of 3 muscle layers: the external abdominal oblique, the internal abdominal oblique. Notice the fiber orientation on these 2 muscle layers. The fibers of the internal and external are oriented at right angles to each other. The fibers of the external abdominal oblique are oriented down and in, having the same orientation